Doge is ruining our country. Why? Because unelected people are infiltrating our beloved government. Yeah, but is that bad? Well, see, we don't want an unbiased person looking into our government offices because they might give an unbiased report. So is Doge, or the Department of Government Efficiency, a biblical concept? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, my apologies for taking so long to come out with another video. I've got several planned, but unfortunately my daughter, she came down with a condition called HSP where she was in the hospital for several weeks, and that's what has taken up my time. But thank the Lord, she's better and we're ready to get back started. So today I wanted to talk about the Department of Government Efficiency. I've had a lot of communicate with people concerning this office. And while I'm not necessarily going to talk about Doge as it pertains to the government, I do want to talk about the principle of efficiency. So applying Doge principles could actually help us in our discipleship walk. And I want to read you 3 different scriptures that kind of relate to what I'm talking about. The first one is in Romans 14:12, and it reads, "So then each one of us will give an account of himself to God." Next is Hebrews 4:13. "There is no creature hidden from his sight, but all things are open and laid bare to eyes of him." And Matthew 12:36-37 reads, "Everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken." So the 3 things there is we have to give an account, and that God sees everything and hears everything, and that we will be judged for what we give an account of. So then, these things being true, it would seem that we would want to make our Christian walk, our discipleship to Jesus, the most efficient it can be. The good news is as Christians, we can use the fact that God sees all to our advantage. The Holy Spirit can become our auditor, and then we can form the Department of Godly Efficiency in our lives. Because if we govern our spiritual lives the way we govern our country, our spiritual lives will be in a deficit just like our country is. But what are the principles of Doge that we can apply? I'd like to read a couple to you. The first is time management. We prioritize activities, reduce time spent on media consumption, follow through on our commitments of prayer and service to others. Next is financial stewardship, and in that we practice proportional and sacrificial giving. We assure spending aligns with faith priorities. We use wealth to further God's kingdom instead of our own fleshly desires. How about that? Next is talent utilization. We identify and develop abilities that God has given us, and then we avoid wasting those gifts that has been bestowed to us by the Holy Spirit. And finally, for spiritual growth, it eliminates wasteful habits that hinder spiritual growth, efficiently use resources for biblical study, and actively seeks opportunities instead of excuses. Because if we skirt our commitments instead of auditing our feelings, we will end up with waste and spiritual fraud on the level of misspending trillions of dollars by our government. But if we learn to be more efficient in our Christian walk, we will become more productive disciples for Jesus. The question we need to ask ourselves today is does my spiritual walk need an audit from the Department of Godly Efficiency? So I want to challenge you today. Invite the Holy Spirit to audit your inner man. Just like David said, "Search me and know me, O God. See if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." As long as we're operating in self-evaluation instead of judgment toward others, we'll owe no apologies.